All right, this is the second part of the reptile notes. We're going to start by going over snakes and lizards. All right. Two characteristics that unite squamates is the first is that they shed their skin periodically. Some squamates, such as snakes, shed their skin all in one piece. Other squamates, such as lizards, will shed them in patches. All right. They also have uniquely jointed skulls and jaws, which are both strong and flexible, and this allows them to open their mouth up really wide, and in doing so, they can consume large prey. Squamates is considered the most diverse group of all reptiles. Right. For lizards, there are more than 4,500 species of lizards alive today, and they are the most diverse group within the squamates. They include iguanas, chameleons, geckos, night lizards, blind lizards, skinks, and beaded lizards. Right. So for lizards, they're going to have two pairs of legs. They'll have upper and lower jaws that unite anteriorly. For geckos, they're nocturnal and can vocalize with clicking sounds. Iguanas can glide from a tree for at least 30 meters. Chameleons also live in trees and consume insects, and they can change color in response to illumination, temperature, and behavioral state. And then the Gila monster is a venomous lizard that's found in the southwest United States, and its venom is released when they chew, but it's not fatal to humans. Right. For snakes, there's not quite 3,000 species of snakes alive today. They include boas, pythons, vipers, blind snakes, mole vipers, and lots of other snakes. The snakes have no limbs, but their legless nature doesn't stop them from being among the world's most formidable reptile and predators, and most people do not like them. Right? For snakes, again, there's not quite 3,000. 300 of those are venomous. It's called venomous, not poisonous. Venom is when it bites you and you get sick. Poisonous is when you bite it and you get sick. Right? So snakes are venomous. Right? Their scale patterns can help determine whether the snake is venomous or not. 30,000 people die generally per year from snake bites, and that's mostly in the southeastern part of Asia. And only about 9 to 15 die from snake bites each year in the U.S. Not to say there's not more bites, but just death from them. Right? They have long bodies and lack limbs, and they contain more than 200 vertebrae. Most will swallow large prey whole because they have a movable jaw that allows them to do that. Right? There's worm lizards, which live in the soils of Africa, South America, and the Caribbean, as well as the Mideast. They're legless. They have a single median tooth in their upper jaw. They have ring-like folds in the skin, and they easily move forwards or backwards. All right, so they look kind of like a worm, kind of like a snake, but they're technically called a worm lizard because the world is just a weird place, right? Then there's the last group of these guys are distinguished by their tooth attachment and structure. They're going to have two rows of teeth on the upper jaw and one row of teeth on the lower jaw, and they can decapitate a small bird. However, they only are found on the remote islands of New Zealand. They are oviparous, which means they lay eggs. They share burrows with ground nesting seabirds because, why not live with something you can kill? And they can feed on insects and or small vertebrates when they begin hunting at dusk. So they look like a lizard, kind of, but they're kind of scary looking. Right? And next up and last thing is crocodiles and alligators. Crocodiles are a group of reptiles that includes crocodiles, alligators, and caimans, and they're semi-aquatic predators that have changed a little since the time of the dinosaurs. All species of crocodiles have similar body structures. They have an elongated snout, powerful jaws, muscular tail, large protective scales, a streamlined body, and eyes and nostrils that are positioned on the top of the head. Right. Crocodiles are carnivores. They feed on live animals such as birds, small mammals, and fish. Males will be very territorial and share territory with several females. Females will lay their eggs on land near the water in a nest built out of vegetation and mud or in a hollow in the ground. Females care for their young after they hatch by providing them with protection until they grow large enough to defend themselves. In many species of crocodile, the female carries her young, her tiny offspring in her mouth. For crocodiles, they have laterally compressed teeth. The nostrils are at the tip of the snout, and they're normally at the top. They have a muscular and elongated tail that helps them with swimming, defense, offense, and attacking prey. They do swallow their food whole. They don't chew it, and oviparous and take care of their young, which I already mentioned. So, but that is it for the reptile notes.